Hey, what's up? This is Brandon Simmons for BrandonSimmons.biz, and this is my weekly video blog called Bullheaded, a review of the Houston Texans news, as well as a preview of the upcoming game matchups. So, this week, the Texans are going to be at home hosting another opponent that got blew out on a primetime game from the previous week. That sounds familiar? It does. But I'm going to get into all that in just a few minutes. Right now, let me do a quick game recap of the first opponent that they had fit that description. So, Texans beat the Jacksonville Jaguars 24-20 in a close game that probably didn't a lot of fans felt that it didn't need to be close, and they felt that it probably didn't need to be close, going one way or the other. So pretty much, basically, Texans, you know what I'm saying? They were, had a pretty great first. They had a pretty solid first half, in my opinion. But the third quarter is where everything just took off. Like they just really didn't do anything at all. Three and outs after three and out after three and out. Couldn't protect the quarterback. Um, just could not move the football. The offense was just inept. You know what I'm saying? And Jacksonville, they took advantage of that. Um, going, just already like down by by four at halftime, but then just simply taking the lead over. Um, just taking the lead over in the third quarter, heading into the fourth. Uh, so yeah, man, it just seemed like the Texans went into the locker room and was like they about to go make a Starbucks run, and then they came back at the when the game was almost over, and they actually pulled out a win. They actually looked like a solid, competent offense on that game-winning drive and was able to pull out the win. And you know, such is so for rivalry games. You know what I'm saying? Those are the games where records don't really matter, style of play, all that stuff really don't matter to an extent. And what I'm saying, the teams just, get to either get the advantage of you at one point and lose it, or they get the advantage of you from the beginning and I'm saying, they keep it and they dominate the game. Um, so yeah, that was a real trip about the third quarter. Another thing, more penalties. Like, oh my god, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at some of my notes. We got an eligible man downfield penalty on Green. I think there were like quite a few of those called, and not just on him, but what I'm saying, other players as well. Uh, they got a holding call on Tunsil. You know what I'm saying? And he was, hurt during that game apparently and had to run to the side and had to go sit out for a couple plays. Um, we got fourth quarter penalties. We got holding on Tunsil who came back. We got a defensive holding on Futakasi. Um, you know what I'm saying? Just penalties everywhere on both sides of the ball. Look, both sides of the ball. You know what I'm saying? Very undisciplined behavior. Still, with all that being said, it was still a gritty win for this team to pull off. I know Jacksonville ain't having the greatest seasons, and they probably back on their way to being, Waxonville, Stenchville, whatever. They're on their way back to being trash again. And so I'm pretty sure they approached this game like, we gotta like, what I'm saying, we gotta come. I'm pretty sure they approached the game like they gotta come in here, win this, and or everything's about to be panic mode for them. So, well, they didn't. Don't care. You know what I'm saying? Good win for our Texans. Yes, it's still very much a gritty win, but at the same time, like, what I'm saying, doing things like that, like what I'm saying, not moving anything in the third quarter all the way into half of the fourth quarter, it's not going to win you very many games. It just so happened to win you a game against a team that's struggling to win themselves this season. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, doing all of those things is not going to help the team uh, win it all. So, with that being said, I want to move on to an early season review. Going to be real quick. My allergies been kicking in, but early season review. I got a little bit of time to think about it, and quite frankly, like it's it's obviously been a good year, but I think that just like the players talk about embracing expectations, I think the fans are kind of trying to embrace those expectations as well. And it thing is with fans is like they don't really manage them because they're fans. They see something and it's like, all right, we want you to go do this, yada yada yada. But I think that's what the team has to do. I broke this review down for like good and bad. So, good things that happened. The Texans have improved. I think, man, I think it only took them like 3 games to win for Stroud to win his first game. But this season we are already 3-1. You know what I'm saying? So, um, I think he's improved. You know what I'm saying, with his abilities. Nico Collins has look, man, I probably said this before, but you know what I'm saying, before like Stroud got here, I was not understanding like why some people, you know what I'm saying, like Nico Collins. I didn't think he produced enough, you know what I'm saying? But these last 2 seasons, he's been putting up numbers, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I gotta give him his credit, you know. And yeah, it likely has something to do with like who's at quarterback, who's under center, why he's able to like perform like this. But at the same time, like what I'm saying, he's been like it's hard to explain it. He's been like the best surprise, you know what I'm saying? So uh kudos to him on that front. The bad, well, uh, I would probably say the bad has been like the near losses, the blowout against Minnesota. I just felt like, you know what I'm saying, like, they just didn't have an answer for that team on anything. Just looked like the offense was unprepared, defense was unprepared. You know what I'm saying? So um, that would probably be like my bad um, highlight for that. And you know what I'm saying? Just hoping everybody just and probably just um, losing people to injury. That's obviously been a bad thing. The running backs, they've been hurt left and right. Damian Pierce started the season hurt and unavailable. You know what I'm saying? Joe Mixon, he's been out a couple games, so um, I think their running back room getting injured is gonna affect things a little bit. I think Stroud can hold his own as far as like a passer and just up in the passing game, but I think like those running backs are needed to kind of take off like the edge from him a little bit. Simple as that. So my next question for this early season review, are the Texans playing up to par? And personally, I think it's hard to say that with a team that's 3-1. Like you really just have to look at them. But you know what I'm saying? I look at them and 3-1. It's for what the schedule we got now. We probably should have been undefeated. I don't know, but but 3-1 is 3-1. You know what I'm saying? So um, yeah, definitely. I feel like if we didn't get blown out by Minnesota, we would be having a different story. Would be asking a different question. So yeah. Uh, so yeah, that's my early season review for that. Um, moving on to injuries. Another coffee. So, look, quick hit on injuries. Looks like Tank Dell will be coming back this week. Reading the wrong one. Oh yeah, so looks like he's going to be back in the mix this week. Joe Mixon is out. Ugh, Mixon is out. Let me check on Pierce. Pierce should be. If I spell his name right. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, Pierce has been practicing lately. He's listed as questionable right now. Tunsil, I think he's also listed as questionable right now. So it's I hope Pierce can come back. I hope Damian Pierce can actually come back this weekend because it's going to be a big help to our run game, and I'll talk about all that later. Um, but yeah, Joe Mixon, him being out is going to be a pretty huge blow. Um, I mean, he's been out for a couple weeks now, but I think with him like not being there, is not going to provide that effectiveness that much. And he's only had like one game, 1 or 2 games with us, but you know what I'm saying? Like he yeah, like this we didn't get enough of him this season yet for him to be missing all these games. So maybe that's what I'm trying to say. So hopefully he'll get back on his feet and get to rocking again. With that being said, I only got like a few things really to talk about about these Texans games. So Texans are going to be hosting the Buffalo Bills. Uh, Bills who just got beat down this past week on Sunday Night Football. Um, you know what I'm saying? They're going to, attempt to, get them a W. And, you know what I'm saying? And they're going to make us pay for it. So um, I think so yeah, I only got like a few things really that I feel like needs to happen for the Texans to win this game. So, first thing, challenge the run defense. Buffalo is near the bottom in run defense. Challenge them. Make sure that you know what I'm saying that they actually, yeah, challenge them. Make sure that you know what I'm saying you're putting the pressure on them to actually defend it. Hopefully, it can open up you know what I'm saying some pass gates, but that's their weakness right now. You know what I'm saying? So definitely challenge their weakness. Find a way to do it with Akers and Agumbawale. Um, if it just so happens that Pierce is in the mix, throw him in there too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, try to, you know what I'm saying, get him, use him to kind of combat some of those things on the defensive side on the defensive side with the Buffalo Bills. Next thing is maximize the touchdowns, but take the points. So I know that seemed like it was kind of long with it or whatever, but the fact of the matter is this: um, Buffalo, they're a high scoring team. I think second in the league as far as points per game goes. Um, what needs to happen is when we get into those red zone areas, you need to make things kind of manageable, kind of short. So maybe a 4th and 2 or you know what I'm saying, 4th and 4, 4th and 3. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of make those downs manageable. So, you can go in there and actually like, get your first down, keep the drive going, go score the field goal, whatever you want to do. So just please keep that in mind to make those drives manageable in the red zone. Uh, third and final thing, play smart. No penalties, like at all. Stop. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know Texans, y'all know how to play the game. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how to, you know, go downfield, who to block, all this other stuff. So just I would say with this, just play smart and just take those penalties out of your game plan. Just knock them out of the way. And you know what I'm saying? Like that's about it. Recognize the plays too, because even though it's like a balanced offense, you know what I'm saying, they're still probably gonna switch players or whatever, and just try to do a lot to just trick you. So, um, so yeah, uh, just play smart. But yeah, that's all I have for y'all. So it's gonna start with challenging the run defense for challenging the run defense for Buffalo. They're near the bottom of the league in run defense. Maximize touchdowns, but take the points. So Buffalo, they are high scoring, but make sure, you know what I'm saying, the red zone downs are manageable. So like the third and shorts and third downs and fourth downs, just make sure they're manageable. So you can actually attempt to like go for them and things like that. And final thing, just play smart. You know what I'm saying? Penalties, no penalties. You know what I'm saying? Particularly no false starts, pre snaps, all that other stuff. Just play smart. You know what I'm saying? Listen for the whistle, all that stuff. Defensively, just you know what I'm saying, just kind of rely on what you learn throughout the week. You know what I'm saying? Like uh, they're probably gonna, you know, get things going, get those do stuff to like throw you off, whatever, as any other team would do. But just really kind of focus on, you know, what I'm saying, just playing smart and having a clean game. So yeah, that's all I got for y'all this week. You know what I'm saying? Challenge the run defense, maximize the touchdowns, protect the points, and also just play smart. That's the advice I got for the Texans to win this game. So, um, that's all. Yeah, that's all I have for y'all this week. If you're watching this on Facebook, facebook.com/Brandon blog, facebook.com/Brandon blog. Like my page. If you're watching this on YouTube, click the like button and then click the subscribe button. So I'm Brandon Simmons for BrandonSimmons.biz. Holla black.